full force type stuff. You know what I mean? I thought it was like it was a hard shot, but it wasn't like. I just hit him so clean, and like where I hit him at, snapped his neck and everything. And if you know, if somebody neck turn like that, now you gotta wait. Now you gotta do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting to the mud.
But back down from that, I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So why would it?
Gervonta Davis is fired up for his rematch against Lamont Roach, promising to knock him out this time. In their first encounter, Davis talked a big game but couldn't deliver. Now, he's more aggressive, focused, and determined to secure the victory. Fans are bracing for an intense showdown as Davis seeks redemption. The tension between the two reached a boiling point during an exclusive interview with Fox, where a heated exchange unfolded.
What is he in for this Saturday night?
A rude awakening for sure. He just doing what he has to do, trying to psych himself out for the fight and things like that. But come March the 1st, it's all about skill versus skill, and who has a better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
Gervonta Davis's recent draw with Lamont Roach has shaken his standing in the boxing world. Once celebrated for his knockout power and undefeated record, Davis now finds himself under intense scrutiny. Boxing analyst Tim Bradley pointed out that Davis's reputation is in serious jeopardy following the result, stressing the urgent need for him to redeem himself. Bradley also predicted that the rematch wouldn't go past 6 rounds, adding to the pressure on Davis to deliver a dominant performance and silence his critics.
I look like a real businessman now, you know? He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of toned it and tamed it, calmed it and tamed it down, toned it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on the show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Oh, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
What's up, fam?
Why do you guys think it?
Nah, there's too many hoes in the game of too many hoes. Can improve in, or improve on, and you know they're gonna come back and he gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, you know the fact you got to draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you gotta wait, and now you gotta do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. You know, and all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now, you know? So, you know, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around, then all the shit that happened in the pad, it swept under the rug. Because that's just how, you know, the fans is and the sport is. You know, and then he moves on to...
Lamont Roach is brimming with confidence as he gears up for his rematch against Gervonta Davis. In a recent interview, Roach expressed unwavering belief in his skills and readiness to take on Davis once more.
I feel like you got a certain confidence about this fight that I've interviewed a few different Tank opponents. And everybody gonna say like, yeah, you know, everybody say this shit. That's what you're supposed to say, right? Like I'm going into a fight. I don't think people thinking they're gonna lose, but it just feels like you have a different confidence than most other people. Where do you feel like that comes from?
That's just how I'm wired, bro. I ain't never backed down from that. I damn sure ain't never wanted to come second to anything. So, why would it?
Lamont Roach Sr., his father and trainer, praised his son's dedication to training and preparation. While he's uncertain about Davis's mindset and the exact timing of the rematch, Roach Sr. has full trust in his son's commitment and hard work.
Like I expected, but I knew my son was game. Training cabin so focused and locked in. I knew that we was gonna put on a great performance, and it was kind of like stolen away from him a little bit with the decision. But the world got to see how good he is, so that's the blessing to come out of it. So he really stamped himself in the boxing world more so with this performance. So like I say, that's why it's bittersweet.
Is it?
We get it. We talked the same. You know, he fresh off. Be fresh off this fight just like everyone else, you know what I'm saying? Anybody be talking all whispers and things like that, but I don't know his plans, I don't know his management team and stuff like that, but I know the fans want the rematch and you should get the fans what they want.
Do you think we could see a rematch take place back in Washington now?
That'd be great. Why not? They just broke the Barclay gate, so I think it'll sell out fast back home.
The first fight between Davis and Roach ended in a majority draw, sparking significant controversy. Prominent boxing promoter Eddie Hearn shared his view, stating that Davis should have lost and that a point deduction was deserved. This debate has ignited widespread discussions about the fairness of the decision and fueled calls for a rematch to settle the score once and for all.
I can fight Gervonta.
Maybe not. I mean, I think he's had a result, to be honest with you, because one, he should have lost the fight. I mean, he should have had a point deducted. There's no doubt about that. But two, people criticised the Roach fight. I knew it would be a good fight because we know Roach is a good fighter, but people in boxing know that Roach is a good fighter. Now it's giving him another fight. Because if he would have beaten Roach, he's kind of backed in a corner to fight Shakur Stevenson, I think. But now he's got a rematch that's actually much bigger than the first fight. So, yeah, I think he'll be more switched on for this maybe, but Roach is a good fighter. It won't be easy.
Trainer Greg Hackett recognized the competitiveness of the first bout, admitting that predicting a winner for the rematch is challenging. He pointed out that both fighters have shown the skills and determination needed to secure a victory, making the upcoming fight highly anticipated. Similarly, Julian Gonzalez emphasized that both Davis and Roach will give their all in the rematch, highlighting the evenly matched nature of their rivalry.
You got to learn from the first fight. You got to learn from the first fight, and you got to bring something different. But at the same time, you still got to be careful. That goes for both sides. You can't pick a winner. The fight was too good. You can't pick a winner. I see where Lamont neutralized Tank, and I see where Tank neutralized Lamont. Somebody gotta go even further. This might be one of them Jones, man. We might see 3 of these. No bullshit. We might see 3 of these.
Is this a lesson to boxing fans?
Renowned female boxer Claressa Shields stressed the importance of mental health leading up to the rematch. She expressed concern over Davis's aggressive statements, suggesting that he should consider therapy to address any underlying issues. Shields believes that prioritizing mental well-being will not only benefit Davis personally, but also improve his performance in the ring.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now or what, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, you know, he's not signed with TMT
Mayweather.
Promotions, anymore. It's like when I hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters and he don't want to be I think he would be better and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight. So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have the mental edge over Tank because to me he just needs to take some serious time to deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have. You're not motivated and stuff like that. So it can be very, very tough. So I just hope that he gets the help he needs.
Should Davis opt to avoid the rematch, Roach has other potential opponents in mind. He has had discussions with Shakur Stevenson and has expressed a willingness to fight either Vasyl Lomachenko or Kezin Davis, provided Lomachenko has retired. These potential matchups highlight Roach's ambition and readiness to take on top-tier competition, regardless of Davis's decision.
Now, let's say this fight with Tank doesn't happen for some reason, knock on wood for y'all. Who would you want to fight next, and what would be the next contender, whether it be at 135 or at 130?
So if it's at 135, obviously it's going to be a champ. got Shakur Stevenson, you got Keyshawn Davis, and Lomachenko if he not retired. We already talked to Shakur, that we like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like he on board. So
he on board? What do you mean?
Like I talked to him like personally, like me and him, and he was like, you know, we can run it. If you know, if he not gonna give you the fight, and even before the fight, he was like, after you win, we can unify. I was like, for sure.
Mm-hmm.